In the hours after the Brexit result was announced, anti-Brexit campaigners in Northern Ireland vowed to fight it till the end. The majority of people there had voted to remain in Europe, in contrast to English voters. When Britain leaves the European Union, the border between Northern Ireland and the Republic will become the EU's new frontier, and some here worry that military checkpoints could be reintroduced. International observers were soon predicting the worst, that Brexit would disrupt the status quo in Belfast and kick up dust from the Northern Ireland conflict, which for decades saw pro-UK unionists and anti-UK Republicans fight each other in the streets. The Sinn Féin party, which has long opposed British rule, wasted no time in calling for a referendum on Irish unification, which would take Northern Ireland out of the UK and reattach it to the Republic.
The British Prime Minister has no mandate whatsoever to negotiate or to speak for or to deal with the European Commission or any of the others there on behalf of people who live here.
The party sees Brexit as its chance to win over the political middle ground. So we're here at the Parliament building in Dublin to meet with Ireland's most infamous politician, the Sinn Féin party president, Gerry Adams. It's widely believed here that Adams served as the commanding officer of the Irish Republican Army during the Northern Ireland conflict, and that he personally ordered murders during that period. That's something he's always denied. We are here to talk to him about how Brexit might play out on the ground in Northern Ireland.
We predicted that the British government, David Cameron, was sleepwalking his people into a huge crisis. Why should we pick up the bad collateral damage for a stupid decision taken in London?
I mean, there's some analysts who predict, and maybe they're pessimists, but they predict that Brexit could in fact inspire sort of the Northern Ireland conflict to kick up again.
No, I can't see that happening. You know, we can't underestimate the fact that there are small groups out there and they do have the capacity to carry out actions. But
these are dissident paramilitary groups.
They don't have any popular support. It is more that progress that has been made, that the harmony and the new dispensation that has been created will start to unravel. With respect, you run the risk of jumping into apocalypse now with non-representative groups that we shouldn't give too much importance to.
It's widely believed here that you were a commander of the Irish Republican Army during the Troubles. You have always denied that. You have always denied being a member of the IRA. If violence were to pick up around the point of Brexit, do you think you would have the influence, would you have the ability to calm the situation?
Well, first of all, that's not going to happen. And if there are genuine concerns, which I don't share, that in some way these groups could benefit from this vote and its consequences, then make politics work. Uphold the integrity of the Remain vote in the North.
Shortly after the Brexit result came in, you called for a border poll. Why did you do that?
It's as much about getting the debate going, about letting people open up their minds to the possibility of, what does Irish unity mean?
In a way, then, Brexit is a gift for you, right? You campaigned against it, but now that it's happening, you're using it to make the case for a united Ireland.
Yeah, well, you always have to. Never waste a crisis, never waste a difficulty.
At the same time, if you look at public attitude surveys from, say, last year, it seems almost certain that if a border poll were held tomorrow, you would lose it.
Don't worry about the polls. It used to be in Scotland that it was men in kilts with big beards who wanted Scottish independence. Then it became a real live issue.
Psychologically, what do you think the reintroduction of a hard border would mean for the people of the North?
Well, I represent the border constituency. I represent County Louth, and I was just talking to a taxi driver. Taxi drivers are the best guides of local opinion, and he said that people who he was carrying as fares were really angry, and to think that they would have to, bring their passport to go from one place to another place. he said a lot of people just found offensive.
Recently, we've heard some calls from within the Sinn Féin party for you to step down as president. You've been in power for more than 3 decades. Do you have any plans to heed those calls?
No.
30 years isn't enough?
Well, I never intended to be here for as long as I am, but no, it's too late to stop now.